I think everyone's favorite 90s pastime was breaking open their coveted ProCD copy of Select Phone to read the riveting copyright clauses in the end user license agreement. Well, everyone except for this guy. For those of you who don't know, an end user license agreement is a contract. It gives the end user, i.e. you or me, permission to use the author's software or hardware under their conditions. It's usually used to protect people from copying and reselling what they sold. Some of these agreements can be 50 pages long and can sometimes include ridiculous clauses like the ability to track your location and show up at your house to audit your possessions. A recent survey found that it would take the average user 30 entire workdays to actually read all of the terms they agree to in a year. Since no one effectively reads these things, are they actually enforceable and legally binding? Well, the answer is generally yes. And the guy I mentioned, his legal battle with ProCD is often cited as a precedent for the enforceability of end-user license agreements. In the mid-90s, ProCD spent $10 million to compile a list of 3,000 different telephone directories. And guess what? Of all the phone directory CDs, this one was the best. And they had two options to customers. First one was the full directory for non-commercial private use, people like you and me. And one for commercial use, which was a lot more expensive. Matthew, the savvy businessman he was, saw an opportunity. You see, phone directories are not protected by copyright. So Matthew thought that he could purchase the non-commercial use option and upload it to his website, where he would charge visitors a fee that was less than what ProCD charged commercial customers. But like many of us, Matthew didn't bother to read the EULA, the end user license agreement, when he clicked accept. And of course, ProCD required Matthew to confer exclusive rights when he clicked accept, which means he had to agree that they're the ones that own the copyright to the phone directory. Long story short, the court sided with ProCD on this one. And it's for two reasons. Matthew had ample opportunity to read and understand the terms. It splashed across the screen and required him to review before downloading. And secondly, he had the option to return the product if he didn't agree. And this precedent is held to this day. As long as a user is required to agree before purchasing the product, and the terms aren't too vague or within reason, i.e. not laying claim to their firstborn child, end-user license agreements are legally binding contracts. Of course, things get a little more complicated when you try to define what's reasonable and what's not, but that's what lawyers are for. Check out our website and book a consultation to learn more.